Hello everyone, welcome to another session of Thoughtful Leaders under the initiative Thoughts on Education. Today with me is the Director of HKBK College of Engineering, Mr. CM Faiz Mohammed sir. Hello sir, and welcome to uh, our session of Thoughtful Leaders.
Hello, Devender. Thank you for having me on this thoughtful on your session.
Thank
It's a
you so
pleasure to
much
be
sir
here.
for accepting our interview. So without wasting much of your time sir, I will directly start with the questions. So firstly, I would like to understand from your side sir, that you are holding a key position at educational institute like HKBK College of Engineering. So, what are the key factors that keep you connected with the educational industry?
Okay, that's a very interesting question you asked me. So, being in sync with education is ever evolving industry, and what we also learn on an everyday basis. I look at learning as womb to tomb. So your learning starts from the time you are out of a mother's womb, and it continues till you're gone to the tomb. So education perspective, you are able to grow, and personality development will always lead to a professional success. So I believe in the education domain that if we are able to contribute to our personal success, so will we be able to contribute to our professional and our organization success. So I've been fortunate to be managing part of an education institutions where we are able to nurture young minds, we are able to nurture students' aspirations, we are able to provide opportunities, and at the same time ensure able to fulfill the needs of the parents and the students. Hence, I believe we are among the privileged lot who've been able to serve or fulfill the aspirations.
So, very well said, sir. So, this sense of serving the student community, the parents, that is something I really felt like it's really a very good thing that you are looking for and you're doing for the Indian student community. So, moving on to the next question, sir. So, being the director of HKBK College, what is your philosophy of leadership? How would you describe your leadership style?
Leadership is something which it's a trait, and as a leader, my focus has always been empowering people. My focus is ensuring people are growing in whatever they are doing. It's easy to actually guide people, but it's great. It takes a lot of courage in order to empower people to do on a certain task or journey. So yes, my focus has always been to ensure as we progress our institution's growth, so does it should be its people. And I strongly advocate empowering people, empowering my faculties, empowering my staff, my principal, and all academic functions. In order, so like I said before, it's we always, as we develop personally, so does we succeed professionally. So hence, the focus of my leadership has always been on empowering people, ensuring highest integrity, conducting ourselves in the best professional manner. It so happens that we become what we repeatedly do. So we are a product of our doings. So if we conduct our professional and personal lives in the best way, so will our organizations and our subordinates do. We are what we do repeatedly. So hence, I at least try and ensure that great integrity, empathy, empowering people, and ensuring growth of my people around. So a lot of coaching.
So I think, sir, very well you have explained me the importance of that is not only about the guidance, it's about how you empower people to do things. So that is the something which I have feel that it is more delivery focused rather than just showing the path. So that's a really great thing, sir. So moving on to the third question. So, sir, how do you strategize about the key programs and plans for the marketing and administration of HKBK College of Engineering?
HKBK has always been very student centric in our approach. We want to cater to the ever evolving, dynamic requirements of the industry and students' aspirations. So our strategy, if you look at what has been previous last year, is not going to be the same this year. We have to sync ourselves with the ever evolving, dynamic requirements of the industry. And at the same time, let's not forget, our students are not the same what it used to be a couple of years back. Today's students are very bright, energetic. To a large extent, they know what they want, and that's the best thing. So they are asking the right questions, and I always advocate students to don't stop asking the questions. So this ensures we are also trying to grow. We are also trying to address the needs of the students and sync our programs with the industry's requirement.
Okay. So I think, sir, what I understood is like you are more dynamic and flexible compared to means what students are looking for, because you have very rightly said that today nowadays students also are very dynamic. So to understand them, it's very important for the administrative department of colleges to be very dynamic and understand how they can fulfill and cater to each and every student's query. So the approach you are having, that you always appreciate your students to ask more and more questions, is really, really appreciable, sir. I think that's something which students are looking for. So, moving on to the next question, sir. So, according to you, how does the curriculum of HKBK College of Engineering ensures the best practice of industry?
So, we are also AICTE approved institutions like many other institutions in our country, and we definitely follow the regulations of UGC and AICTE norms. So, having said that, we almost have a standardized content of syllabus or curriculum which has to be with regard to students. But what HKBK does differently, apart from delivering the required content in terms of the syllabus and examination system, our focus for the students is ensuring an overall development. So what we are trying to encourage students is, at HKBK, we have about 9 clubs. And under these 9 clubs, we are nurturing their talent. So apart from their education, what they would be doing, and by way of their degree, which they would be awarded end of the third or the fourth year, their degree, management degree, their third, and if the engineering, they would be fourth. Our focus is ensuring students, like for example, we have something called as a literary club. So where we nurture their literature, reading skills, and if they want to write poetry, and you'll be surprised, we have a good number of students who have written poems and written articles. We have something called as a humanitarian club. So under the humanitarian club, we try and get students aware and of their social being as to how their contribution towards society. So, and we are trying to nurture their interest towards larger humanitarian goals and lives. Then the third being is HKBK's Sporting Academy, where we help students evolve in their sports. Sometimes students are not good in their academics, but they're very good sportsmen. So we help them in their sporting career. Then we have Center for Career Guidance. The idea for Center for Career Guidance is not just the degree. I mean, students can aspire to be administrative service. Why can't a student be part of, we look at students being part of social service, like administrative service, like IAS, UPSC exams, Indian Army, armed services, so on and so forth. So Center for Career Guidance and emphasis on students' interest and nurture students' interest on bureaucracy and social service exams, social exams of IAS and so on. Then we have something to do with research and development. Again, this is a student-driven club, not what academicians do, which we do have a separate R&D for the academicians and researchers, but this is a purely student-driven research and club to ensure they do small-time prototyping, small research, and then look at how they can evolve in their concept. And it will be interesting also to know that we have a club to nurture musicians. And many of our students we have good masters, we have good guitarists, we have pianos, we have flute masters. So a good number of students do have interest in music, and we help them nurture that and ensure they participate in more competitions. The other club being is Changemaker Talks, where we want to create or nurture their oratory skills. Then the other club being is the Center for Entrepreneurship and Development. We want to ensure more job creators than job seekers being produced. And the last of the clubs which being on our campus is Center for Art, Design and Technology. Creativity, nurture the creative side of students, interest in form of art, liberal arts, and other design aspect. And mind you, this is all over and above their academic interest, what they have. Okay, so our idea has been that academics is important, degree is important, and they have to ensure that given our societal way we function, it's important to score good marks, get a good degree, and be ready for your long-term career prospects. But at the same time, you need to nurture your passion. Okay, you need to nurture what is that keeps you moving, and passion is something which has to be nurtured over a period of time, and then you become passionate about it. And my belief has been that if you nurture your passion, and you be passionate about something, definitely it brings a lot of peace and calm and goodwill and good well-being in oneself.
So I think, sir, you have very beautifully explained that how, apart from academics, a student has to focus on his or her passion also, and very beautifully you have explained how you are having 9 clubs. Means I am also feeling very excited to know about this club, that you are having clubs for sports, for music, for poetry, for entrepreneurship. That is the best I can see that very few colleges are right now focusing on. Apart from that, you are also focusing on the research and development part of the students. So that's really something very different and unique, which I have found in HKBK College of Engineering. So moving on to the next question, sir. So the education system in India and other foreign countries are structured in a very differently. And I think in your experience, what can be an inbound student gain from studying here in India?
Okay. I believe that our Indian education system has got deep-rooted history to it. Okay, and our students have been performed remarkably well. And the difference in foreign universities is more to do with the ability to have a better industry academic connect. Okay, that's where our Indian system of education is actually lacking. So the more we are able to get industry academic connect going, I think our Indian education system will be the flag bearer. Okay, and I have great pride in saying that if we are able to connect the industry and the academic even closer and bring in more industry thought leaders into the academic domains, we will be having a wonderful education system within our country. And it's happening, it's evolving. And we at HKBK itself, what we are also trying to do is we are syncing the requirements, like we are developing extracurricular in the form of add-on programs, which will help students be industry ready. Okay, we have certain programs in the field of banking and BFSI, where a student is completely going to be ready for the requirements of banking sector and the investor. So we constantly there is content being evolved, and as we are developing newer content, so is the teaching pedagogy. So we are trying to bring in more industry experts to share their knowledge, experience to the students. Whilst we do that, and we are trying to ensure our students are getting a lot more internships into companies in order to ensure that they are more industry ready. But the focus, I think, going forward is we need our students to be more entrepreneurs than job seekers. We need to ensure and create more job creators than job seekers. And what better time to be in our great country, where we have immense potential where students can pick up entrepreneurship and a lot of opportunity for students to grow from here.
So yeah, sir, so I think the approach is really really very great, sir. I mean, what I understood from here is like you are focusing more on understanding how a student can learn the best industry practices and how the gap between the education system and the industry practices should be reduced. And apart from that, you're not only focusing on that, you're also focusing on how a student can be a job creator rather than being a job seeker. So that's a very, very beautiful approach, sir. And I think HKBK is a college which I can see stands very differently compared to other colleges. They're focusing more on job seekers rather than job givers. So moving on to the next question, sir. So what do you think are your roles and responsibilities to the students and to the college?
So personally, I take I look at my role when it comes to in the realms within the campus would be is on the organization front would be strategic development, okay, and then looking at how best we could connect closer to the requirements of the industry. Third would be is how we are able to give a student industry-ready approach, or rather a completely self-driven approach, saying that when I say a self-driven, a student should be able to understand what career path should be. We have conventionally it has been that many of the students have a blind approach towards certain programs or certain careers, okay, but I think that we see a lot more changes happening, and I want that change to be fast-paced. It should be a student who decides what he wants to study, and he focuses efforts on that. So my role is also to try and look at ways and avenues as to how we can ensure that the students are more focused or more determined to do what they want. And we at the college or the RR campus should try and create enough opportunities and infrastructure to ensure that we help nurture and address these requirements of the students. The important thing is, I must tell you, I'm blessed to have wonderful faculty at my institution, and they've been very supportive. So my role also is to ensure that my faculty grows and improves their learning. So they are the biggest motivators to our students. And if we have a good motivated faculty force, I don't think anybody could come and grow in our growth and our endeavor to be one of the best institutions in the country.
So very beautifully you have explained me that actually I can connect your answer with my personal experience. So when I passed out of my school, so I was also not very sure that what I actually wanted to be. So I have seen that parents have a very what I can say great say on what their kids want to be. So it's a very good approach, sir, that you wanted students to realize actually they want to be in their life, and accordingly they should choose what course is relevant for that. So it's a really great thing, because in India I've seen many students do that. They first do the course, then they look for a change.
Absolutely. See, it's look at this, right? If you like doing something, you put your 100% effort into it. But at the same time, if you're forced into doing something, your efforts are less. Okay, you have to be a lot of stimulus into it. So if we get students who know what they want to do there in the campus, it makes everybody's job easier, and there's a lot more positive environment and attribute which is built in, and that brings in a lot of learning process.
Correct, sir. Absolutely right. Yeah, sir. So my next question is, sir, that what do you think that the HKBK College of Engineering's top priority over the next 10 years?
Years is definitely a long period of time for an education institution, and to set a long 10-year goal would be quite ambitious in the education sector. But I work every day, or rather every year, my target would be for students is any student who walks into my campus and seeks an admission, enrolls into a program, if he's walking out of end of 3 years for a degree program and for engineering after the 4 years of engineering program, every student should have a definite career path. That's my dream. My dream is to ensure every student who graduates from our institution, he should have a definite career path. Either he should enroll for higher education, or he should enroll for research. Third, he should be an entrepreneur. Fourth, he should be employed in somewhere. Okay? He should be an asset to this nation. He should be an asset to his parents. He should be an asset. Okay? And I believe in creating asset rather than end of 4 years. He shouldn't be ever again burdened either on his parents or anywhere that he doesn't have an opportunity for him to pursue. So it's my dream to ensure that a career path for a student is a must when he graduates from my campus.
So it's really great to hear that, sir, that you're looking for creating assets for the country. And this asset-driven approach is something which I've found that I'm hearing this for the first time from any director of any college, that you are having an approach where you want your students to either be a entrepreneur first or focus on their further career growth. And in the last, you're focusing on that settling for a job. So that's a very different approach that you're having, sir. So moving on to the last question, sir. So what would you like the people, the student community, to know about your university that they may not know?
Okay, my institution will ensure we nurture your aspirations. We help you dream big. We will help you realize your dreams. And this is something which we've been doing for past. Our record has been such, and going forward also with the support of all students, my faculties, and all the stakeholders of more than 10,000 graduates across the world, we will try and live up to your expectations as an education institutions. And I would leave this with a small piece of advice to my students that, my dear students, take big risks, nurture your passion, and ensure you believe in your power of imagination. Don't let your power of imagination get rested. Keep pushing your limits so that there is nothing which is impossible. Okay? And if you believe in yourself, I'm sure you could make wonders. Thank you.
So I'm really inspired to listen to all these responses from your side. So I think students who are going to watch this video, they're going to be really inspired, motivated, and I hope that they will be looking something different from HKBK College of Engineering. Thank you so much, sir, for your great time with me. It was an honor for me to have a discussion with you and get this wonderful insight from your side. Thank you so much, sir.
Pleasure, man. Thank you very much. Take care, Deepak.
Thank you so much, sir.